Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Nice week for the markets. The grind higher continues. This has kind of been the status quo the last few years. We get scared off for a little bit and then, off we go. And this time, our correction was rather short. Not much else to say. This thing just kind of defies gravity and we just grind higher and higher. So we'll take it as it is and just roll with it till we start to see, some weakness again or some signs of distribution. Russell 2000 approaching highs. We are starting to get overbought, and so some type of rest would be nice for the S&P and the Russell and the Nasdaq, of course, too. Typically, we just haven't always gotten them. This is a grinder market, so if we get a few days of sideways movement or some type of pullback, that would be fantastic. Allow some charts to refresh. Otherwise, we just got to keep day trading. It's hard to add too many swing positions when the market's up like this after so many days in a row. If you're a swing trader, you got to wait for that pullback. But when you're day trading, overbought markets, all that means is that there's more speculation going on. Things are getting a little bit more crazy. There's more velocity in the moves as things start to get a little bit stretched and desperate. And that allows for some great longs as people take all the trailers and bid them up, but also make some really good speculative short setups too that are quick counter trend moves. When stocks snap, they can really snap really quickly. So let's get a look at the watch list. I had a big watch list, but let's try to narrow this down. I've got SCT on watch. If this thing moves up strong at the open on Monday, I'll probably look to take this for a potential short. If we get this thing 72, 73, 74, 75 bucks, I mean, you're talking about really a monster rip off the beginning of its run. That'll set up a pretty good potential counter trend trade. You can kind of tell we're kind of getting into some resistance zones. So just watch this area. Ideally, we want to see that opening strength and then take it down. If you see Solars go, watch this YGE. We're just flagging here. Might need a few more days, but it looks like it's getting ready for another move. SUNE, same type of deal. Flagging here after its flat top breakout. This stock's got higher prices in the cards. Ideally, a couple more days of consolidation. RSPP, this is an oil and gas stock. These stocks are just popping up all over the place. I might need a little bit more time, but it looks like we've got a quick one here around that 32 area. Tremor Video. I haven't heard about this stock in quite some time, but I'm interested in it. You're noticing some expanding volume here and some volume accumulation, even though it hasn't moved yet. And that gets me interested. If it can come out of this range, I suspect that we might have some upside. CNAT, watching this one again, it had a nice move at the open on Friday, and then it gave it all back. So the flag pattern's still intact. If it breaks over 8, then, probably this thing will be a short down to 7. Access, keep an eye on this one. This is a flat top breakout here. PTIE, this is a biotech stock. It trades a little bit thin, so, you got to keep an eye on it. And I'll wait to see. Most likely I'll let it break and then pull back. But you can tell here, we're kind of just testing this trend line for quite some time. This thing can really go. DDD. It looks like, we're starting to put in a little bit of consolidation and starting to really kind of confirm this base breakout formation that it's in. It looks like this 55 level is a pretty key zone. So we can cross over that, watch a run to the 200-day moving average, but I do like the location there. ORHP, this is a biotech stock that's just been coiling right up under the 200-day moving average. If you start to see some biotechs run, this could be a play. Zendesk, it's going to need a little bit more time, but, we're there. If it can hold this 16, 17 range, you'll see an IPO breakout out of this bad boy. ISR, this stock's a turd, man. It's always a turd. Every time it spikes, it ends up being a good short. But it's consolidated long enough that you might see that crazy run to 3 or 350 in this any given day. Vivis, 550 break here, range break. Like the look here. You got your moving averages curling up, converging underneath. Mill, this is an oil and gas stock. It used to have a history of making big moves. I haven't heard about the stock in a year or so. It used to really make some monster moves, but it's getting ready for a move also. OPWR, you know, I'm not, this is some type of energy stock that deals with, I don't even know, grid technology or some crap like that. But we're putting in a bottom here. Usually these IPO stocks, they get hot for the IPO, then they flush out here. And once they start to base out on the bottoms here, and you get kind of a confirmed level of support, they can be some really nice plays. ACFN, flag pattern over here. The stock really had a nice push earlier in the month. Omar hanging on 14. Looks like another breakout's coming. A halo flag pattern here right at 10. BDSI, a high tight flag over here. This one looks like it's got higher prices. DRL, still hanging in here as long as it can hang above 4. I think we get another thrust in this bad boy. CDTI, take this one off the list. UNXL, a nice low volume pullback. It trades really, really thin, so sometimes you might need to see some juice come in it before you make a buy. But when it goes, it really goes. Dang, you know, a lot of these Chinese stocks look the same. They got hit with some counterfeit rumors or something along that end. Watch to see if they get a bid. If they do, this is at a perfect location for this bad boy. Angie, same type of deal. This is a slower moving stock. I probably won't trade this myself. More of a swing trade. You know, if it can drift down close to 11, that gives you a really, really nice entry for, you know, managing your risk. And then KPTI might need a few more days, but it's getting ready after that monster push. A really low volume flag. I like the look of this one too. So that's it for now, guys. We had a pretty good week trading, and I'm ready to rip it again. Let me know if you guys need anything. Take care.